Hi there, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Grown Up Dress Up the channel. Today we're talking about how to pack a suitcase. And there's definitely some systems that we can do to avoid those last minute throw everything in your suitcase because you're not sure what to pack. But it's going to take some careful planning on our part. So the first thing we're going to do is check the weather where we're going. And the place that I'm going is going to be unseasonably warm, and it's going to be in the upper 80s. So even though I might consider what is normal there, I'm going to definitely consider what's going on right now in my list. Since it's unseasonably warm, I'm going to go a little on the warm side in my attire. The second thing we're going to do is make a list. And this is just going to save that headache of knowing what to pack. And we're going to be able to decide exactly what we're wearing, not necessarily each day, but overall on the trip, so that we're down to a carry-on size suitcase. With regulations today being what they are in flight, we really want to make sure that we have one carry-on suitcase as much as possible to avoid those expensive overcharges for bigger bags. And also, if the event of changing flights, we just have all our stuff with us for one easy, effortless trip. So now getting into the nitty-gritty of the packing, the first thing we're going to start with is our shoes. And we pay good money for our shoes, so we want to make sure that we protect them by putting them in a shoe bag. If you don't have a shoe bag, maybe a purse that you got came with a bag, or you can try a shower cap is going to have the same effect. So this is simultaneously protecting the shoes, which are going to go on the bottom because they're the heaviest, and it's also protecting our clothes from the shoes. The second thing we're going to pack is our jeans. And to do this, we just lay them out flat in the suitcase and leave the legs over on the edge. We're going to do the same thing with our long skirts. Anything that's of a little bit more substance is going to go next. So I'm just going to fold this and lay it the other way. And moving on to our dresses. The reason we put our dresses next is because they're going to have that same layover effect. And finally, our jackets and our more substantial blouses and shirts. We're going to fold this up really nice and put it kind of in the center just because of everything else that I'm packing. Leaving just our t-shirts. This is technically a blouse, but it's a little flimsier, so we're going to consider it a t-shirt. And the thing that we do with these is all this extra pocketed room, we're going to fill it all up. And we're going to roll our t-shirt by folding it in half and then just rolling it like we're making a cinnamon roll. And then it can just get tucked in these places, making sure that we're using up all the room in our suitcase. We're going to do the same thing with our swimwear. Anything that's a little flimsier. And this is also going to prevent our t-shirts from getting wrinkled, that we'll just be able to shake them out. Same thing with our swimsuits. Now when it comes to our everyday core pieces, we're really going to want to wear those more than once whenever possible. Our swimsuits are a little different story. You know, technically we could rewear it, but they take up such a compact space. I throw as many swimsuits as I have in my suitcase, giving me options, about as many swimsuits as I have days there, if that's an option. The other thing that we can overpack, if necessary, is our accessories. These are just going to be the extra little touches. When we're going on our trips, usually we want to be taking pictures, so looking our best, and we don't want to have the same outfit with the same pictures. Sure we can, but we just want to make sure that we're getting our maximum use for our clothing. So that's where our accessories come in. So here's a scarf, and then be sure to protect your jewelry in bags. Just save those little bags that you get. You don't have to save them all, but they come in really handy for trips. So we're all packed up. The last thing to do is just fold over our dresses and skirts. This is going to make one nice, neat, compact suitcase. And then we just put in our beach hat on the top to prevent it from getting squished as much as possible. And finally, our toiletries. Don't forget to double bag these if we don't want anything leaking on our clothes. And then this compartment makes a great spot to put our toiletries in, so they're double bagged. They're in this fabrics case. We zip it closed. And this also makes a great spot for dirty clothes. I use this for dirty clothes as well as the outside of our suitcase. So we've got everything we need for the week in one carry-on. We're good to go. We know where everything is and we haven't overpacked. So there's how to pack a suitcase, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy traveling!